Hello everybody, my name is Joe Carter, and today I'm going to be demonstrating a partial playthrough of my game called Escape from Corregidor. This game is based on the actual events that occurred in that began on May 6th of 1942, basically when Corregidor was falling to the Japanese invasion in, of course, the Philippines. And this is the book that it's based on, South from Corregidor. And it's a really good book. It's a true story, very interesting, and I highly recommend the book. It's great. It's great World War II true story. So it's like a survival story. And so basically, this game is, you have members of 18 members of a mine sweeper, a mine layer. Actually, the USS Quill mine layer. They scuttled the ship when the Japanese forces were entering the the area. Then General Wainwright made a formal surrender. So they like we're not going to stay. We're getting out of here. So they took this this boat, and they had to travel. This is a small boat, and then they had to travel. Basically, it's a Navy launch, and it wasn't that large, so they had to travel. Let me show you this map here. These are the map. These are the different mats, like number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And this is number 1. This is the Philippines, and then they have to make it all the way down to Darwin, Australia here. And it took them quite a long time, and they did make it, and nobody died. All the crewmen survived, which is absolutely amazing. But this was the actual route that they took. I based the maps on their exact route. So it's pretty realistic, but just so you know, the game is a lot more challenging compared to how many of the, compared to actual events that occurred. Give me just 1 second. Let me get my marker for pointing. Okay. So for gameplay purposes, I made the game more challenging than actual events. But it was still challenging for them, but the game is much deadlier. Because I felt like, if the game was too easy, then nobody would want to play it. So it is loosely based on the actual events, but like I said, it's just more challenging. So let me go ahead and start explaining the game components, and then we will I'll do a little bit of a playthrough. I'm not going to do a total playthrough because I don't have enough time on my camera, and we're talking hours and hours. So let me go ahead and show you. This is the map number 1 here, and they have to travel through each zone. It's kind of like my game. It plays a little bit like my game, The Long Way Home, the Clipper game, the Pan American Clipper. But this game is much more challenging. So these boxes or travel zones are water, this blue, and then green is land, meaning they can land and then search for. They can do an expedition party. And let me go ahead and just jump over here, and then I'll come back to these. And they can do an expedition party You can make crewman A, B, C, and you can put it in any order you want. And then this is their skill. Each crewman has a skill, a random skill, and they can only have one skill each. There's a set of skills. The skills are barter, fishing, hunting, a mechanic, medic, navigation, pathfinding, sharpshooting, and strong, which is like a trait, like strength, like extra strong guy. And then they can carry extra equipment here. And then there's one box for carrying like food or water. So basically you're going to do an expedition party, searching for foraging, like maybe contact a native village, hunting, foraging, random event, you have to roll here. And then return trip, sometimes you get lost, you have to go back again, or you can skip these. You don't have to do each one. And then return to the landed boat. So you start out here, you go around, and then hopefully you can make it back without getting lost. So now let me go over here. I'm kind of jumping around, but let me go here. This is the boat, the U.S. Navy launch, and this is kind of the type of boat that they actually took. It has a little diesel engine, and they did do a makeshift sail. So this game you can do sail power, oar power, or engine power. Now, and then these are the individual crewmen. Now, these are like, this is section A, B, C, and you can put it in any order you want. Like this is the actual crewman pictures. I use actual photos on the game counters. And you can see here, I have their names. These are the crewman status sheets. There's 2 sheets here. We have 1 through 9, and then 10 through 18. And then these are their actual names. Jay Morrill, he was their captain. And I already re-rolled everything. I prepared. I did pretty good on the initial game setup. It's all randomized, but you can, for an easier or more difficult game, you can go full or less of anything. So it's you can kind of choose the difficulty. I chose random because that's the way the game was originally designed to play, is randomized setup. So some games will be easier, some games will be more difficult. But anyway, we have these are the skills. You can mark them down, and then we have the counters here also showing the skills. We didn't get all of the skills. You have to roll for each one. There's about a 50% chance of getting each skill, so we didn't get some of the good ones. Like navigation was very important for boat navigation, and we didn't get that skill. So, and then we have the health. You're going to mark off the health. The goal is to try to make it to Darwin and have as many crewmen as you can survive. And it's very difficult. You're probably never going to have all of them survive. Maybe if you play like everything maxed out, you choose the easiest starting, setup that you can. But like I said, I highly recommend doing a randomized setup. It just helps with replayability. So, and then you can mark down which boat section they're in. Like I said, you can put them in any order you want. You don't have to put them in this order. I put them in numerical order, but you're going to mix them up, and later you'll see why. Like if if some are, later you're going to have to probably choose who lives and who dies. Unfortunately, usually there's not enough food or water in certain times during the game. So if they're already very in poor or incapacitated health, you're going to probably not feed them or give them water, unfortunately, and then they'll probably die. So you have to keep your healthier guys in better shape. So so these are the 2 sheets, and it's very simple, very, very little bookkeeping. So we'll go ahead and let's see here. Here we have the boat inventory sheet. Oh, let me go back to here. This is the current boat power. We have engine power. Like I said, engine power, sail power, or oar power. You can choose. If there's wind, you might want to, you know, put up the little sail and then do wind. There's not always wind, the weather condition, and or you can row, but it uses up more food and water requirement. You have a limited number of fuel here. Each fuel unit you put in a box. Here we have, okay, we rolled how many fuels we start out with each thing. So this is one fuel unit, and one fuel unit can go five turns or 5 travel zones. And then this is our current time, day and night. I just flip it over. I did this double-sided. It's your choice. You can do them single-sided or double-sided. And then here we have wind, yes, no. Flip this, yes, no. And then weather type. You can do the different. I made these double-sided also. Storm, heavy rain, fair, light rain. And the rain is important because you're going to collect water, drinking water, basically. So, okay, let's go over here. This is the boat inventory mat, and we had engine status. You're going to put this counter here for good, temporary, inoperative, or permanently inoperative. And as it sounds like, you know, of course, it cannot be repaired if it's permanently inoperative. So here the game automatically starts out with binoculars, compass, and fishing gear, always. And you have to roll for engine spare parts. The engine can and sometimes will break down, and you have to use the spare parts to attempt repair. We only have, you can either start out with 0, 1, or 2. 2 is the maximum that you might get. We were very lucky on our guns. This is the guns here. You automatically always start out with 145 caliber pistol. But we were lucky. We rolled a 19 and we got an extra pistol and 2 rifles. Now you can use these for hunting or for defense if you piss off the natives, trying to steal food or water from them, from their villages. So you know, if bartering fails, you have nothing to barter with. And here we have gifts. Gifts can be used with bartering. Again, we rolled a good, we rolled 5. Maximum you can start out with is 6. So we had a really good roll for that. Prayers are basically re-rolls. And I believe you have a 1D, let me see, I don't remember. Yeah, 2D6. So you can have a maximum of 12 prayers. And you can re-roll on any table, use 1 prayer and do a re-roll. But then once the prayer is gone, that's it. You can't get any more. So here we have 4 medicines we rolled starting, so that's great. Medicine's very important for malaria or whatever. Injuries, first aid. We have 3 first aid kits, which is great. Unfortunately, we only started out with 4 fuels. Here's 3, and then this is number 4. So that'll only give us 20 travel zones, maximum. Sometimes you can't move if you get lost. So you burn up fuel, poor navigation. And then here we rolled for the ammo, for the extra weapons. So we got quite a bit of ammo, which is great. We got pistol ammo and then rifle ammo. And then down here we started out with 9 fruit. You know, not so great with meat. You only start out with 5. And then what you do is for each turn you're going to use so much. You're going to have to eat or drink. You can eat or either, but you need to eat more fruit to maintain their health. And water is always the same amount. Now if it's you know, you can roll random event. There's a bunch of different random events, so I'll just have to show you. Each turn you're going to require so much water. If there's not enough water around, then you're going to have to decide which section gets the water and which section doesn't. Same with food. So your healthier guys, you might want to keep them all in certain sections, and your guys who are dying or in bad shape, Like I said, you're going to have to choose who gets the food and water and who doesn't, because there's never enough to go around, usually. So, let's, I think that's everything. And so we're gonna go ahead and I'll just demonstrate it. That, as with all my other games, the game engine is based on a tables book. If you play one of my games, you can play any of them. You just pick it up and start playing. There's very little to memorize. All the rules are integrated into the tables as notes. So there's very little to remember, like I said, and you just follow the tables through alphabetical numerical order. And there's only about 10 pages, about the same as The Long Way Home. So this and The Long Way Home were two of the first game designs I made. The very first one was Double Boats, and I'm sure published by Compass Games, and games like this probably wouldn't have a chance of being published. I really doubt any war game publisher. This isn't technically a war game anyway. It takes place during World War II, and it is a true story. But unfortunately, I don't think publishers, they were never interested in this title or The Long Way Home, which is a shame because these games are very fun, very challenging, and very interesting. It's just basically a World War II survival game. So we'll go ahead and get started. I haven't played this in a very long time. I've just been busy with designing other games. It's probably been about 2 years since I've played this. So I want to demonstrate, even though I'm the game designer, it's very easy to forget. But it's so easy to just pick up and start playing again because, like I said, there's very little to remember. All I have to remember basically is go in the alphabetical order. And of course I'm going to have to reread some of the notes to familiarize myself with some of the rules. But it's great. You can put this game away for several years and just pull it out and start playing it again. It's not like, oh, I have to start over from scratch. Where do I begin? That's one great thing about my game designs is you don't need to maintain that level of memorizing everything. And if you don't play it for a while, you got to start over from scratch. So, okay, let's go and get started. This game can be extremely brutal. I'm going to be honest. It's it's a lot of fun, very challenging, but I just love this game. I love the topic. So, just to let you know, too, there's a second version, a shorter version of the game where there's only, it skips every other one. I removed every other travel box. So you have to, each travel box equals 36 hours. Each one of these boxes in the normal game, the original is 12 hours. Day, night, okay. So let's go ahead and get started. The boat starts out in Corregidor. We're all loaded up. We're about to evacuate because the Japanese forces are heading towards Manila Bay. And basically they've already surrendered. So it's nighttime. Let me go ahead and read you the beginning. We've already set everything up. This is the pre-departure setup. Okay, this is the beginning here. It is currently the evening of 6th May 1942, just hours after U.S. Army General Jonathan Wainwright surrendered all U.S. and Filipino forces on the island of Corregidor and other fortified islands in Manila Bay to the Imperial Japanese Army. The mine layer USS Quail is now scuttled. That was their ship. These are Navy personnel, U.S. Navy personnel. The mine layer USS Quail is now scuttled to prevent her from falling into the hands of the enemy. And her remaining crew boards a 36-foot U.S. Navy motorboat launch in an attempt to escape. Finally move the boat countering from the red Corregidor's zone box into the first blue box zone box on map 1, set current time to night, and go to table B1, page 2. See, this tells you everything to do. So you don't have to guess. It always instructs you what to do. So we set the time to night. Okay. And remember, this is 12-hour slots. Day, night, day, night, day, night. They're traveling 12 hours per, if you can. Sometimes you're going to get stuck in the zones, like the blue zones. Okay, and that's never a good situation. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move into the first blue zone. The boat is moving. Okay, and we're going to go to the next page. We're only going to use this page one time during the game. This is the pre-departure setup page, so we're not going to use this page anymore for the remainder of the game. Okay, we're going to go to B0, boat at sea. Okay, now we're going to roll 2d6. This game only requires 2d6 and a 1d20. One 20-sided dice and two 6-sided dice, which almost all my other games require at least 2d10, two 10-sided dice. So this is kind of a little bit of a departure from my others, but it works well with the tables. So we're going to go ahead and roll for weather. Weather check once per turn. And here, see, it says -1 prayer unit per reroll. You can reroll on any table, but you use one prayer. Now, these are very precious. These are very important. We're not going to use these unless something major happens, like we're going to be captured by a Japanese enemy ship, which like a destroyer, which can happen. So we're going to save those for very critical moments. Okay, and we're going to roll 2d10. I mean 2d6, and we rolled a, oops, wrong dice. Let me do that again. We rolled a 5, and we have a few modifiers. As with all my games, there's some DRMs. This one doesn't have so many DRMs compared to most of my other games, so it's a little bit simpler to calculate. So, yeah, very few DRMs in this game title. So we rolled a 5, and that's fair weather. Okay, go to table B1 below. So we go to the next table down here. Now I'm only going to show you this once, these tables, because it's too difficult to keep showing you each time, and then after that I'll just read off. So now we're going to do wind check. One time per turn. Wind is very important because if it's blowing, we can use sail power, a makeshift sail, to save our fuel. We don't want to use fuel. This is very precious also. You almost can never, unless, there's a small chance in the villages you're going to find diesel fuel for the engine. But usually you won't. So you do not want to use fuel unless it's absolutely necessary, because we don't have that much. It's going to be a tough journey. Honestly, I don't know if we're going to all make it. I know we won't all make it, but I don't know if many of us will make it. Let's just put it that way. Okay, we're going to go ahead and roll for wind check, 2d6. We rolled an 11. Yes, wind is present. So we have wind, yes. And then we have fair weather. Yes, okay, good. And it's night. So we have wind. Now we're going to skip storm event because no storm. I should have put a skip here, but I didn't do that. I'll change that later. Okay, and then we're going to go to B3, fishing. We're going to fish once per turn. It's optional, but I always recommend it. If there's a storm, you can't fish, of course. So we're going to go ahead and roll 2d6 to see if we caught anything. We rolled a 5, no catch, and then we get a +1 for the fishing skill. Crewman number 10 has fishing. His name is, what's his name? Okay, Haley. Haley has a fishing skill, but we still did not catch anything, so not good. So this 12 hours we didn't catch anything. And we're going to go ahead and go to table B4. And we're going to roll for enemy contact aircraft. Now this enemy aircraft or enemy ship contact can end your game. The enemy ship contact can end your game really quick because you get captured. And then that's it. So I'm going to save these prayers for probably for this roll if we have if we get picked up. Okay, roll a 4. Okay, we have enemy contact with aircraft. Okay, on the mat, yeah, we have a modifier. It's -2 if we're on maps 1 or 2. So you have a higher chance of enemy aircraft or boat contact, enemy ship contact on maps 1 and 2. Maps 1 and 2. So, because you're closer to Corregidor, and this is more heavily occupied enemy territory. So there's an aircraft. We can just put it anywhere. It doesn't matter. We'll just put it here, over here on the map. Okay, there's an aircraft. Maybe a scout plane spotted our boat. Now let's go ahead and roll. We go down to note A, and we're going to roll 1d6. See if they actually spotted us and attack, or if they don't notice it. There's a 50% chance they're going to notice us and try to strafe. So hopefully we rolled a 3, thank God. Oh no, wait, no, that's bad, okay. Okay, 3, they spotted us and they're going to make a strafing attack. So we go down to note B. We're going to roll 1d6 to see if they're going to attack with guns or bombs. Okay, they're going to make a strafing attack with guns. And we're going to go down to note C, see if they hit or miss. Okay, we rolled a 2, they missed. Okay. So we're not hit. Yeah, so if they miss, that's the end of that encounter. Okay, so we'll put him up here. So he flies away. That's that. And, oh, you know what? I screwed up. Okay, never mind. I'm not reading my own rules here. Okay, at the top here it says day only, no contacts if storm. So if it's night or it's storm, there's automatically no aircraft contact. So, of course, they didn't have night vision. They wouldn't spot a small boat at night. So let's just forget about that. But it was a good demonstration. So it's nighttime, no enemy aircraft encounters. And then for enemy ship contact, also if it's day only or no storm. So we'll skip that. And we'll go to random event. We always roll for random event, 1d20. Random events can be pretty brutal. There's a, yeah, so we have about a 10% chance of random event every turn. So it's pretty big chance. So let's go ahead and go to no random event. Let's go ahead and go down to B8. We'll skip random event table. And food and water consumption. Thirst consumption requirement, -1 water unit per turn for each boat section, A, B, and C. Up to 6 crewmen each. So if there's only 2, to streamline things and simplify things a little bit more, I limited it to per section, not per crewman. Because calculating all these per turn, it just didn't work. So, yeah, so we're going to do -1 per. So we're going to require 3 water units, 1 per boat section. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Now, if we run out of water, we get down here, and the crewmen or his health is going to start going down. Same with food, but more quickly with water. Okay, now we go down here. Hunger consumption requirements. -1 meat unit or 2 fruit units per turn for each boat section. So we can do either 2 fruit or 1 meat. Meat is you know, more, it's just a heavier food, more condensed protein. So fruit's lighter, you're going to require 2 instead of 1. So we're going to require 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and use up our fruit first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, now they're fed and watered. Everyone's doing good so far. Boat power, we'll go down to tables B9. Choose what type of boat, what type of power the boat will use this turn before making navigation check. If no wind or current weather is storm, boat may switch to engine power if available. So basically, you're going to automatically do sail power. That's just logical. You don't want to use, and you're not going to use engine power if it's if there's wind, you know, present. So, and you can also do oar power, but you have to burn up extra meat or meat, fruit, plus water. So let's go ahead and choose. We have wind, yes. So we're going to go ahead and do sail. We're going to put up our makeshift sail. Okay, that's good. And then we're going to go down to navigation check, table B10. We're going to roll 2d6 once per turn. Okay, we rolled a 5. We have no navigation. Okay, we have a compass, so we have some DRMs here. Storm, no compass, heavy rain. If in green, travel zone box. No, we're not. Say, now you can, let me mention something. You don't have to land in the green boxes. That just means you're close to land. This is the green ones, or you can land, like create an expedition party. Okay. So, and you can also just hide out. Like, you can land the boat. You don't even have to, you know, explore or forage or whatever you want to call it. But during the daytime, there's an increased risk of, you know, there's a good chance you're going to be spotted by an aircraft or get picked up by an Imperial Japanese Navy warship. So traveling at night, at least on map 1 or 2, is smarter. It takes more time, gameplay time, but you have a better chance of making it through here. The maps 1 and 2 are the highest risk of getting picked up by a Japanese ship, a Navy ship. So, okay, navigation check. We are, what did I roll? I rolled a 5. Okay, it's night and fair weather, so we can do celestial navigation. We get a +1. We have no navigation skill. We're not in a green travel box, we're in a blue one. So we get a +1 is a 6. We are on course. Boat may move into the next travel zone box. If engine power, go to table B11, page 5 first. Okay, so if you use the engine, you have to check for engine failure, do engine failure check each turn you use engine power. Not only fuel, but the engine could break down. So we go ahead and move into the next travel zone box. Now, these are boat landed. You know, I don't know if we're going to land or not. I guess we can land and... Okay, let's go back. We're not ready for that yet. We flip all the way back, boat at sea. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do new turn, day, night, time change, and weather check. Okay, so it's now daytime. We traveled about 12 hours. Okay, now we're going to check for weather. We're going to go to table, stand B1. We're going to roll for 2d12. Okay, we rolled a 12. Okay, storm. But previous weather was fair, so 11. So heavy rain. Roll 2d6. Let's go ahead and switch to heavy rain, which is good. Heavy rain's always good. We can collect some rainwater. So we're going to roll 2d6 to see how much rainwater we collected. 9. That's great. Okay, that's maxed out. You can't carry more than 10 of each thing, the water, meat, fruit. So that's great. The rain really helped us a lot. Okay, and wind check. We're going to go ahead and roll 2d6. Okay, we roll a 7. Yes, there's wind. Wind is present. But yeah, okay, so we have heavy rain, wind is present. And we're going to skip storm event because there's no storm. And we're going to do... Yeah, we can do... Let's see. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and... Now, after rolling... Yeah, we're going to... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go to table B3. We're going to do fishing. Okay, we rolled an 8. Okay, we caught, and we have a +1 for the fishing skill, so we have a 9. We rolled 3 fish plus 3 meat units. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, we're doing good. Now we're going to go ahead and go down to table B4, enemy contact, aircraft. And day only, so we're going to roll 2d6. 7, no enemy aircraft contact. We're going to roll ship. Okay, roll a 9, no ships. Actually, the first roll was a 7. Okay, let me see. No, it was an 8. Okay, so even with the modifier, that's fine. And then we have the heavy rain, so it's a +2. So if there's heavy rain, there's a modifier, less chance of being spotted. Plus, even light rain, you get a +1 DRM. So we're going to go ahead and go to a random event, 1d20. Okay, 6, nothing. And, okay, food and water. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do -3 per meat. And we're going to do -3 per water. So we're going to go ahead and use up 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Wait, we were here 12 maxed out. Okay, wrong way. 1, 2, 3. And meat, we're going to do... we'll do fruit. You can split it up too. We'll do fruit -2. We have 1 fruit left, and that's 1 section, and then 2 meats. 1, 2, so 1, 2. So they're all fed, watered, no health problems so far. So we're doing good. Okay, and boat power, we're going to go ahead and, yeah, I believe we rolled for wind. Yes, okay, we have wind. We're going to go ahead and do, of course, sail power again, makeshift sail. We're going to roll for navigation checks. 7, 6, okay, heavy rain -1, but we're in a green travel zone, +1. Okay, we're on course, no problem there. And we're going to go ahead and land. After you go through all the tables, you still have to roll through all the B tables, okay, before you land. Now we can go to table C0, C, should say C unless it's C0. And then expedition party setup. We're going to go ahead and land. I want to demonstrate, you know, you're probably not going to want to land at every green it depends on your situation. If you're very low on water, or you haven't gotten any rain for a while and you're running out of water, you don't have enough food, then it's probably best to land. Or if you're about to travel across a long expanse, let me see if I can show you here. Like here, in maps 4 and 5, you know, you got a long. You can make a detour stop like along the way, but like if you're going to be here, it's probably a good idea to stop here before you try to cross, or stop at 50 before you try to cross to Darwin, like that. It's a little bit long distance. Remember, you can go off course and be stuck in the same zone, and then slowly start running out of food and water, starving to death or dying from thirst. So it's always good to try to stock up before crossing larger areas of open water. Okay, we're doing pretty good so far. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to land. So I'm going to put the landed marker counter here, just a reminder that we are landed. And we're going to go ahead and, you can do a maximum of 6 crewmen for the expedition party. You don't have to do, you can do just 1 if you want. But remember that they can only carry 1 box of food or water per man. Okay? And then this is our expedition party. We're going to start it out the landed boat. And you can choose whoever you want. The others that don't go, they stay near the boat that's landed on the shore. We got heavy rain, so let's choose who we're going to send. Now you're going to choose, like, he has a hunting skill, number 2, so we're going to of course send him. Okay, and then you put the skill in the boxes here. The blue box is for skill. Equipment, you can send them binoculars, compass, not the fishing gear. You can't send them the fish. You can send them a weapon and an ammo. So for example, if you want to carry a pistol, let's do that. Now let's take a rifle. We're going to do some hunting. So he has a hunting skill. We're going to take a rifle. And you need 1 ammo. Now it doesn't matter who's carrying the ammo and who's carrying the rifle, they can still shoot. Like I can have B, crewman B, I can have him carry the rifle and then have the others carry extra ammo under the equipment boxes. So oh, that's for pistol ammo. Okay, the rifle cannot shoot pistol ammo. It has to be rifle ammo. So we'll go ahead and give him 1, and we'll give extra ammo just for the hell of it. We probably won't use this much. We'll do 3. The strong skill, that means I can carry, I believe, let me see, I don't remember. I think I can, let's see, carry extra. Yeah, I have to search through the notes here. Yeah, I believe it's for, I'd have to search through it for the situation, but I'll go ahead and send, I'm going to send my captain anyway, because I know I believe you can carry extra. I think you can carry 2, if I'm not mistaken, but I'll have to double check that. So you can't carry fuel, it's pointless. We can carry medicine, we can carry first aid, we'll carry 1 of each first aid kit. And gifts, yes, gifts are important. We might want to try to trade, barter with the natives, if there is a native village. Let's see, I will take 2 gifts. So we're going to go ahead and, okay, his sharpshooting skill is only for, we'll take him anyway, in case we run into hostile natives. Okay. Now he does, okay, he does have to have the rifle to use the skill. So if it's like a hunting or a sharpshooter skill, they have to be holding the weapon. But the ammo doesn't matter. Anyone can carry the ammo. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and send 2 rifles. And we'll have 3 ammo units. We'll go ahead and take 1 more extra ammo unit. Rifle ammo unit. I don't think we're going to use these, but we're going to go ahead and load up with all 6 crewmen. This is just demonstration. Normally I don't know if I would do this or not, so, but I just want to go ahead and demonstrate what a full expedition party looks like. So we're going to go ahead and do 6, and I guess we're going to do number. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put the sharpshooter skill. We're going to go ahead and do number 5 here. You can do any order you want. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we're going to go ahead and give him the rifle. Doesn't matter if he's carrying the rifle ammo. He can still shoot, so that's no problem. He has no skill. So I think that's... and we have the medic skill. Maybe we should take him. But it's risky. Like, medic is very important. Now, if they're out here in the fields and they get lost or something, you're going to have to spend an extra turn out in the jungle. And, you know, it's risky sending guys in with important skills. Like the mechanic skill, you're not going to send him. You don't want to send him on an expedition unless you have no choice, because he's going to be useful for fixing the boat engine if it breaks down. And then fishing skill, you don't want to send him in. They don't fish when they're traveling through the jungle, so you probably want to keep him near the boat. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and send the captain with the binoculars. Okay, he has the strong skill. Let me put that there. And the compass. The compass helps him prevent from getting lost, and so do the binoculars. So we'll go ahead and I think that's good. And now you can, if you get lost, they're going to require food and water for another turn. So it's kind of tough to decide, you know, should I have them carry food and water? If I have them carry food and water and they don't get lost, then that's one extra less space that they can carry for foraging. But it's a good idea to always carry at least 1 extra water just in case they get lost. And then they have to spend another turn out there. They might find food or water. They might find water the next turn, but they might not. And then if they don't, then their health starts to go down. So there's a lot of tough choices in this game. So we're going to go ahead and our expedition party set up. The other crewmen are going to remain by the landed boat. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and go to so here I found exceptions. If any crewman has a strong trait and health is good or average, he may carry 2 units of fruit, water, or meat. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll just leave it like that. I can carry 2 because I have a strong trait. So my Captain Moral, he's a strong dude. So, and I happen to roll him for the trait, so it's kind of interesting. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to move into here first. Now remember, these are optional. The random event is not optional. But you can skip. Oh, we don't want to search for a native village. We're going to go straight for hunting. We don't want to find a native village, but we're going to do each one. Okay. We're going to roll 2d6. Okay, we rolled an 8. And the weather is heavy rain. It is daytime. So we rolled an 8. And okay, we rolled a plus. We get a +2 for map 1 or 2. There's more chance of native villages. So we found a native village. That's great. Let's go ahead and go to table C3 for steal from native village. No, we're not going to try to steal from them. We don't want to piss them off, and maybe they'll attack us if they catch us stealing. So we're going to go ahead and check their disposition, see how friendly they are towards us. We're going to go to table C4, native village disposition, day only. Now you can only go into the native village if it's daytime, and you can only try to steal if it's nighttime. So you can't sneak in the village during the daytime for obvious reasons. They're they're all awake and moving around and stuff. So we'll go ahead and roll for their disposition. We'll roll 1d6. Now if we roll a 1, that means they're hostile and they will automatically attack. We rolled a 2. They're indifferent. They don't like us and they don't dislike us. They really don't care. They're like, yeah, whatever. So we're going to go ahead and go down to table C5, and we're going to request assistance from the natives. Please help us. We need help. And for each gift unit that you offer, there's more chance they will agree to help you. You can offer as many as you want. 5, if you give them 5, you're guaranteed to help you. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll give. No, we're not gonna give them any gifts. We're still in pretty good shape. We're gonna just roll. We have a 5 or 6. They will agree to help us. And if we have the barter skill, crewman skill, we get a +1, but we don't have that skill, unfortunately. So it's an important skill. We're going to go ahead and roll for... oh, good, we rolled a 5. Wow, okay, great. So they are offering to help us, even though we did not give them any gifts. So we kept our gifts. And then let me explain something. Gifts are things like personal items, like gold watches or pocket watches, wrist watches, cigarettes, candy bars, maybe a bottle of liquor. So those are things that are what are considered gifts that the crewmen took off of the mine layer and then took with them. So okay, they're going to help us now. We're going to roll to see what we get. We're going to roll 1d6 for each. Oh no, first we're going to go to table C and see what they give us. There's a chance, if you roll a 6, there's a chance we're going to get either diesel fuel or medicine. But there's not a very good chance, so we'll see. Oh, we rolled a 5, so we're going to get food, water, and meat. So we're going to roll 1d6 for each food, water, and meat. Okay, we rolled, wow, okay. For water, we rolled 6. So we can't carry that much. We're going to have to decide what we want to carry. Any extra that you don't carry is lost. So we're already carrying 1 water. We're gonna take 2 waters. 1, 2. I don't know. What should we do? Water is more important than meat, but we're pretty low on meat. A little bit lower than. We'll take 1 extra water, and then we're gonna roll for meat. Let's see. We rolled for. Yeah, we rolled meat 1 for meat. Wow, okay. So we're going to go ahead and, you can it's not really cheating, but we're going to go ahead and take an extra water because we still have access to the water. So since we only rolled 1 meat, Oh, no, no, wait. I can carry 2. That's right. Because I have the strong skill. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and carry 2 extra waters because it's available. And then we have the 1 meat. Only 1 meat. That's too bad. You know, meat is wild game, maybe wild pigs, fish, things like that. Okay, we thank them, and we're on our way. We're not going to hunt because we can't carry anymore. We're not going to forage because we can't carry anymore. And we got to go to random event. Random event is table C9. Now, random events are not good. They're all negative. So let's hope that we don't have a random event. Yeah, table C8. There's a 10% chance of random event. Okay, we rolled a 6. Good. Okay. Now the landed boat party, they're still near the boat on the beach, kicking back, waiting for them to come back. They can roll for fishing. Okay, they're gonna fish right into the water here. So we're gonna roll a 2d6 for fishing. We got heavy rain. We rolled a 5. And we got a 6. Okay, no catch, unfortunately. Okay, and then they also have to roll for random event. So they have to roll for random event, the expedition party, and the boat also has to roll for random event. Things like a Japanese patrol might come up on them. You know, things like that. So we're also going to roll a 1d20 for random event. Landed boat crew. Oh no, 2d6, sorry. No, 1d20. Okay, rolled 11, no random event, that's good. And now we're going to have to go ahead and roll. Okay, no random event. So we're coming to return trip. Now this is the point that we might get lost. We're trying to get back to the boat. So we're going to go ahead and roll a 2d10. And you have about a 50% base chance of getting lost. If it's nighttime or bad weather, no compass, no binoculars, heavy rain, things like that. We rolled a 10. Oh yeah, we made it back. Good, no problem. Okay, good, good. Now, we're going to transfer these. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 waters. So water's maxed out. Maybe we should have hunted, actually, because we had too much water, but that's okay. We didn't hunt. We didn't hunt. That was a choice. So, carried lots of water. Too much water. Miscalculated that. That's okay. Water's always more precious than... Okay, we have 1 meat. So that means we'll put it up here. And then we're going to move it up 1. And that's it. Our water's maxed out. We're doing pretty good on meat, but we only have 1 fruit left. So we're going to go ahead and transfer these back. Now you can leave. It's kind of your choice. If you're going to use these same crewmen for a while for expedition parties, you can just move the skills and then leave everything else here, because it still applies to the boat. It's your choice. I actually do that. It's kind of a pain moving everything back and forth, but there was no way around it during the game design. So, okay, he's got the sharpshooting skill. We'll move it next to him again. We only keep the skills next to them so we know. We have it marked down on the sheet here, but still. Okay, everything's good, and we didn't have to use any ammo, which is great. Okay, everything's good. We're going to go ahead and depart. Okay, landed boat departure. We're going to go ahead and head back to table B1. It's not stormy, so no problem there. Okay, now we're at C again. Let's remove the landed counter. Let's put it down here. And we're at C, and we're going to go ahead and roll for yeah, we spent a day, 12 hours foraging. So it is now night. Where are we at? Okay, it's nighttime now. And it'll be better for traveling because less chance of being spotted. So we're going to go roll 2d6 for a weather check. We rolled a 9. Light rain, and then heavy rain, so +3, 12. Okay, we have a storm. We're going to roll 2d6 for water, but we're already maxed out on water, so we're not going to worry about that. Okay, we cannot use cell power. Wind check, 2d6. Of course, there's going to be wind, but we're going to just, you know, if there's a storm, there's always wind, but the wind is not, you know, important. Okay, storm event, 2d6. Okay, rolled an 8, no storm event, that's good. Storm events are always bad. We cannot fish, table B3, because of the storm. So there's no enemy contact, aircraft or ship. Random event, we'll roll 1d20. On table B6, we rolled a 20. Not good. Okay, table B7 for random event. Okay, roll a 10. A crewman gets malaria. -12 health boxes. -6 health boxes if medicine unit is used immediately to treat. If crewman rolled has already been infected with malaria once before, no effect. Once they get malaria, there's no effect after that. But it gets a -12. But we do have one medicine unit, so we'll do -6 health boxes. Okay, we're gonna have to roll to see which crewman. Oops, dropped my dice. Hold on a second. My dice tray went flying. Okay, we're gonna have to see which crewman gets infected with malaria. And I believe that's, let's see here. Yeah, A, we're gonna roll 1d20. 19. Okay, there's no 19, we have to roll again. 15. Okay, oh no, our mechanic got malaria. Not good. So we're going to go ahead and use one medicine unit and put that away. That's gone. We gave him some penicillin or whatever. Quinine, what do you call it? The malaria medicine? Quinine or something? Let's see. He's 15, so we're going to go do -6. Okay, Rankin. We're going to do -6 health. We're going to check off 6 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's only at average health now. And we're going to check mark the malaria box. So now we know he's had malaria. Okay? So his health is average now, but he won't get malaria again. So that's one good thing. So he's still doing okay so far. But he's important. He's our mechanic. We're going to have to keep him in really good health. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go down to food and water consumption. We're going to do -1 per section for water. So 1, 2, 3. And then food, we're going to do -3. So we can't use this because we need at least... Oh no, yeah, we can... Yeah, we got to do 2 fruits for 1 section. We can't do that. So we'll go ahead and do meat. 1, 2, 3. Okay, everyone's good now. Fed, watered. Okay, boat power, we're gonna... Okay, if it's storm, we have to do engine power. And yeah, we're gonna I don't even know if it's kind of pointless trying to do it in the storm, but it's okay, we're gonna try. We're gonna burn 1 fuel. We're gonna roll 2d6. And we have no navigation skill, unfortunately. So we have a -3 DRM for storm. And we're in a green travel zone, so that's a +1, so -2. Okay, we have a -2 DRM. Let's get some high roll. 8, 7, 6, 5. We're off course. We must remain in the same travel zone box. Okay, we can't move out of the box. We're stuck there. There's a storm. We're trying to get away, and we're stuck. Okay, we're going to go down to B11 for engine check, failure check. If you roll 1d6, if you roll a 6, it's an engine breaks down. We rolled a 3, the engine's fine. Okay, that's the end of the turn. We can choose to land or, land again, but we're going to stay out at sea, and hopefully the weather will improve. So we're going to go ahead and flip it back to day. We're going to travel during day. Hopefully we won't get spotted. So we go ahead and go back to table B1. We're going to roll for weather. Okay, we rolled a 6, so previous weather was storm, a 9, so we got light rain. I'm going to go ahead and flip this to light rain. Now we're going to go ahead and roll a 1d6 for light rain. For water, how much water? Oh, we rolled 6. Okay, we collected 6 water units, but we can only have a maximum of 12, so that's maxed out now. That's good. And we're going to go ahead and roll for wind check. We rolled an 8. Yes, wind is present. Okay. We're going to switch to sail power. We don't want to use fuel. Do our makeshift sail. And we're going to go ahead and do fishing on table B3. We rolled a 9. Wow. And then a 10. 4 fish. Great. We got a +1 modifier for our fishing skill. So +4 fish. That's really good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, we're doing good. Okay, so far. And then enemy air contact. It is daytime. No enemy aircraft. And enemy ship. Yes, there's a Japanese naval ship. We do have contact. We'll see if they spot us or not. We have a 50% chance of being spotted and captured. 5, no. They did not notice the boat and they left the area. So that's good. Okay, we're going to go to B6, random event check. 1d20. Roll a 16, no random event. We're going to skip down to B8, food and water consumption. Each section, 1, 1, 1. So 3, 1, 2, 3 for water, and meat, 1, 2, 3. So everyone's doing good so far. Navigation check on, okay, we're going to choose boat power, wind, obviously. Navigation check on table B10, 7. We're in a green box, +1, 8. Okay, we're on course. So that's that. We move into the next box. Now we're moving along. You can see this game can take quite a while to play, but it's a really fun adventure type game. But it requires a lot of very tough decisions. Should I push on? Should we land? What are the risks of foraging versus continuing on to the next travel zone? Should we turn around and go back and land? It's very challenging, and there are quite a few tough decisions to make. So we're gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I'm running out of time, running out of storage space on my phone. So this is basically how the game plays, and it is a lot of fun. And as you can see, it does take a while to play. And I do have the shorter version of the game that uses half as many travel zone boxes, but in my opinion, the regular version of the game is just better. It was designed to play that way. But some people don't have a lot of time to play, so either is okay. But remember, this is only map 1, and there are 5, so it takes quite a while to work your way through each map. But it's a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're interested in the game, please, it's available on Wargame Vault and as print and play, and right now it is for the next week or so, when this video is being made, it is 25% off. So there's a lot of content and a lot of replay value for this game, and I think it's a good deal for how little it costs for how many hours of entertainment it can provide. And finally, I'd like to again mention this book, South from Corregidor, which the game is based upon. Like here, you can see them hiding from a Japanese destroyer, which it did happen. And it's just a really good book. It has all the maps. This is the new version. I have both versions of the book, but this one includes maps, and it's just a better version of the book. So anyway, I highly recommend it. Please check out the game. And if also maybe if you're interested in this type of game, please also check out my Long Way Home Pan American Clipper game, which is also takes place almost the same time, actually. Late December 1941, early mid-January 1942. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.